Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 44 of the Brick Clubhouse. We're so happy that you could join us here this evening, and I am joined by my buddy Evan. Say hello, Evan.
Hi, Chris. How's it going?
Good, good. How are you feeling ready for Christmas?
Sure.
I mean,
I guess
it's our December episode, the holiday.
Yeah, I don't know. Ready for
Feels
Christmas.
like it should be in full swing, but I'm terribly behind.
I definitely feel like an adult, whereas like over the past few years, it's like, oh yeah, Christmas, instead of like what it used to be.
Well,
but not in a bad way. It's just like I think I'm more focused on the fact that I have responsibilities.
Yes,
I have to figure out time off work and
all the
good stuff.
The adulting that goes on.
My wife, her birthday is 9 days before Christmas. And so, like, I don't.
So you have
really
to do double
to do,
duty.
Yeah, I don't have to do gifts for most of the year. But then it's like in this 2-week period, it's like, boom.
You better be on.
I usually plan ahead, for gifts. So yeah, I mean, I have that stuff kind of lined up, and But yeah, I'm feeling.
Well,
ready.
that's good. Yeah, no, it's just like the decorating. I'm like super behind on so much of that this year.
Yeah, I like having the decorations up, but I don't love the process of the decorating. So. But my wife loves it, so we have ours up.
I have a confession. I have not put my winter village up yet.
I mean, if you haven't done it yet, are you really going to do it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But I do want to get some of the new Christmas sets built and at least like displayed.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that is.
It's a good goal.
We're having a little Christmas dinner later in the weekend. Maybe we should just everyone build a Christmas set.
Build a set. There you go.
But we do want to welcome, or not welcome. We're the only ones here. We do want to say thank you, though, to Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North for making this possible. So if you are in the area in San Diego, swing by. We have a pretty fun store, and it's a great place to visit. Staff's awesome, and we've got a lot of cool stuff in there right now.
Yeah.
So make sure that's on your San Diego wish list or travel list.
Bucket list.
Yeah, bucket list. There you go. We're filming a little later, and I'm kind of feeling it, that it's later in the evening tonight.
I know. We pushed it back a little bit, so let's get to it.
We're going to. I thought it would be fun for us to discuss our favorite sets and things that Lego did in 2025.
Or didn't do. Yeah,
there's some of that too. And last year we kind of did a draft where we just went back and forth and talked about our favorites. Where this year I thought it would be more fun for us to identify categories and just talk about our favorites. Now, most of these are things that we have talked about before. So I don't know that we'll go into like super depth. Like if you want to get piece counts and all of that,
we didn't even put set numbers down.
No, we didn't.
We just did names.
So a lot of these we talked about. We'll try to link up in our previous shows, but you can go back in the archive and look for the topics that we covered previously. But
and they're not new releases, so I mean, most of you guys listening to this will probably know what these sets are for the most part, but if you have any curiosity to look at them in further detail, obviously you can.
Yeah, and some of you may go, oh, did that come out this year? Like I was surprised when I looked at the list.
Yeah.
And I'll post the list that we kind of looked at too.
Yeah.
To know everything, although you found it wasn't necessarily 100% complete.
Yeah, there's a couple that, like, from the ones that just came out. Like, I think the one that I really noticed was the new Stranger Things Brickheads. So I don't know if it was like the newest wave of releases that came out in, that would have been October? No, that was a November releases.
Yeah,
right?
I think it was November.
Maybe even December.
So,
maybe they were December. Anyways,
I don't know.
But yeah, so what the first category we have on here is ideas.
Yeah. So favorite idea set of the year is what we're looking for.
Yeah. So you and I both put the minifigure vending machine.
I do love that set.
Yeah. The figures.
And that's
the set itself is cool. The functionality.
It is
great, but
and
it's the figures.
We've used it in the store, like for giveaways and stuff.
Yeah.
Which has been fun to have it that way. But it's really, the figures.
Getting two new castle factions, and then getting 2 new colors of classic
Spaceman and the Fabuland
and
figures,
the Fabuland ones, which I know what that is now because we went to Denmark.
And I do love the bear. The Fabuland bear is great, but it was like getting another CMF set.
Yeah, which made up for the F1 set.
Yeah, which we'll get to later.
And then my other one I put was the Disney Pixar Luxo Jr. As you know, but Chris and I are. You might not know, but if you don't know, Chris and I are big Disney fans.
Yeah.
And that one's super fun. Obviously, the classic Pixar lamp, which was super great.
And it was a good build.
It was a good build. I didn't build it. Bailey actually built it. My wife built it.
And surprisingly, I did build it.
There you go. But it was also one of the ones that was at Costco for a long time for a good deal. So that's always great. And then my honorable mention was the Italian Riviera. It's only honorable mention because I haven't really dug into it super far. I've just seen pictures of it, and I think we saw it on display at Downtown Disney when we were there a couple weeks ago, and it just looks incredible.
It does look nice.
So I don't know the details. I don't know what the general consensus is on it, but it just looks really good.
I feel like I would have to go visit the Italian Riviera before I got that set.
Yeah.
Another one on my list was the giant steamboat that they did. Yeah. Earlier in the year, mostly again because of the Disneyland connection. It just feels like it's the Mark Twain.
It does feel like that, and
so I got it, and I hope to add a bunch of the Disney figures to it, and
that'd be fun.
Make it look like Fantasmic is happening.
Yeah. The next category we had in here was Bricklink sets. So there were 2 sets that came out that released this year, right? Just 2 of them, Series 3 and 4.
Yeah, did 5 come out this year? I think it did.
Oh,
5 was the latest one.
Yeah, so 3 of them. You only put 1, and it's my favorite one, but I put a couple other ones, so I'll let you mention this
mean, the one I put down was the 4 Stronghold.
Yeah, that's got to be number 1.
From the 3rd series.
Mm-hmm.
It just... Wolfpack Night Faction, it was great.
Yeah.
I really liked that one. I didn't really put honorable mentions on my list, so I'll let you hit your honorable mentions, and I have one more that I'll probably throw out.
Yeah, that whole Series 3 wave was actually really great. But the other 2 I put was the Camping Adventure that was on there. Super cute. Little trailer build with a father and daughter having a little camping trip. And then I really like the Harbor Master's office. We've talked about how we feel like it goes really well with the Lego Ideas Fisherman Hut from 2017, I think. Something like that.
Yeah.
You have them. No, you don't have those next to each other, but you do have the Fisherman Hut at home.
Yeah, next to the lighthouse.
It's just a great set. So those were the ones that I thought were really great. And I mean, the Wild West train was also pretty great.
That one was good. And I do want to throw out the popcorn. The popcorn wagon from this last wave. Again, Disney. I think it will look really good next to my Disney castle.
Always gotta make those connections to Disney.
I know.
I do it too. I mean, I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow, so Disney's on my mind too.
So, now I do think next year we'll have some really good ones to talk about in Bricklink. Hopefully. We have some that I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
So hopefully they live up to the hype.
Yeah.
But for this year, I think 4 Stronghold was by far
number
the winner.
Yeah.
Next category I threw out there was our favorite gift with purchase this year.
GWPs.
And,
free Lego.
Free Lego. For only spending however many dollars we spend to get
free Lego for the price of buying a $500 set.
Now, my favorite one this year was the Star Trek shuttlecraft. Mm-hmm. And we talked about on the last episode just how excited I was about Star Trek and that this was, in my mind, the best Star Trek for them to do. And so getting a minifigure scale shuttlecraft for the figures was really great.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember a bunch of the gift with purchases. I probably have to go back and try to look at some other ones. But the one that popped into my mind right off the bat, again, Disney, was that little Disney TV build.
Oh,
that
was a good one.
Classic TV, and you could do a build for the Lion King with Simba, which included the Simba mold, or you could do a build for Woody from Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
With a Woody minifigure. And then the other build, which actually probably was my favorite of the 3, is the classic blue background
the TV
with the
logo.
white castle, where the classic intro when you're watching an old clamshell VHS.
Yeah.
And so that I thought that was great.
No, that was a really good one. I had trouble remembering all the ones too. I mean, we got good ones. Like there was a fun one with the riverboat.
What was the one?
But
for
I wouldn't.
For Django's slave one.
It was the clone, the group of 3 like clone training.
It was
facility.
a training facility.
Yeah.
Oh, but that wasn't exclusive to the slave one. That's why I forgot. It was just you could buy any Star Wars set.
Oh
right?
yeah, the slave one. It was like a keychain.
Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember the clone training. That's right. Okay. Anyways,
But yeah, the big May the 4th promo was that.
Honestly, the best gift with purchase for 2026 might come out January 1st.
It might.
I don't know if that Stranger Things one is going to be beat.
It'll be tough.
2 minifigures, Hopper and Joyce, and the radio station.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of people around the store like complaining about it though.
Of course, because people always complain.
Yeah, but I was excited.
Cool. To be fair though, I haven't really looked at it in detail because it got revealed before I saw the episode.
And most of the complaints were that the pieces aren't exclusive.
The minifigure pieces,
right?
Okay, whatever.
So
you can afford to not have something exclusive.
It is what it is.
Anyways, we're talking about 2026.
Yeah, I do want to throw out though. This was a VIP like set, so like or Lady Insiders, whatever they're calling it, where you use your points to get sets.
Oh yeah,
and they did this one with the little space logo and a little Galaxy Explorer. For
those of you that don't know,
new Galaxy Explorer.
Chris has to collect every Galaxy Explorer ever made.
I need to come up with a list and see how close I really am.
Got a master
to
set
having them all.
Galaxy Explorer complete.
I know.
The next category we have in here is Lego icons. Chris, you put one that might be number 1 for me. No, I don't know. But I'll let you talk about that one. But if the one that I'm going to talk about is either 1 or 2. It's probably 1, honestly. But the not Black Pearl, the Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. I know it's it's all black pieces. It's very like monotoned. But monochromatic actually is the correct term in terms of colors. If you didn't know, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah. But no, I think it's an amazing set. I've always seen the original Black Pearl set and been like, oh, I really want that one. But that one costs as much, if not more, than the new one now. And the new one is way bigger, in my opinion, way better. It's massive. I love how you can take it off the stand and the hole is flat, but if you put it on the stand, it's curved. Like it's because it's like it's underwater versus elevated. And the one thing with that one, which we talked about in the video when we talked about it, is some of the minifigures left a little bit to be desired, but the build itself is just fantastic.
It's kind of a theme with certain sets this year. Now, I put one thing into the icons category, and you pointed out that it really didn't belong there.
Well, it was more of I was curious. I didn't know if it did or not, because in my mind it does too.
So we may have...
you can just say it.
Well, I figure we're going to come up with a...
You forgot a big one, but you say the other ones.
We're going to, on the fly, do a video game category. So think about it.
Okay.
It's not in the notes. But that kind of gives away what mine is, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to go with the Shire.
Yeah.
So
that was my other one too.
It was just I just think they did a perfect
we're set
job
for
of
Lord
it.
of the Rings. I know some people complained that the interior was a little bit too small. It wasn't deep enough. They wanted a bigger play area inside of Bag End. But I think the size looks really good.
I think the figures came with it good, and with the birthday party scenes.
I think it looks good.
I think it was great, and it definitely won.
And the thing
is
that they were able to keep it under $300. If they would have made a bigger Bag End, it would have been well over $300, and then people would have complained about the price. So,
which
I think they chose
ironically,
the right route.
we have one we're not talking about the price.
Right.
So
no, I think they went the right route. A little smaller and a little bit more affordable, but it looks. The scale of it, I really like. I think it is pretty close to minifigure scale, at least when you're looking at it from the front.
Yeah.
I think
I think it's good.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that one.
Well, you want to start us off with our video games category?
Yeah, I'm going to throw that out. So you have a moment to think about what video game you'd like to do.
Oh, I know what I'm going
to do. But I figured that was not going to be hard. I'm going with the Game Boy. We talked about it a few episodes ago and went into detail. I just think they did such a great job bringing that to life. And I love the real world translation to to Lego, and so yeah, definitely the Game Boy
Yeah.
is my favorite for the video games.
Yeah, they didn't make a Zelda set this year. As if for those of you that might have listened to our video last year, our podcast last year, the Great Deku Tree was maybe my number one set of the whole year. This year though, I don't even know if I have a particular set from the theme, but it's Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always Animal Crossing.
Well, I'm going to have a set from that theme, and it's the museum.
Yeah,
I
probably
mean, getting did the Plaza set, was that this
that
year?
was last year.
Okay,
Yeah,
because that would have been up there.
KK was last year. I think for me it would either be the museum or, I did like the houses through the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The Stitches minifigure in there is pretty great, but yeah, I just love Animal Crossing.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's good.
excited for the new update.
Yeah, I've gotten back into playing.
Yeah,
and
me too.
It has been fun.
Well, that kind of leads in a little bit actually to the minifig category, at least for my answers. Chris put one minifigure down. I put a bunch. How far I've come.
Oh yeah,
To not liking not caring about minifigures. But did you want to give yours first, or do you want me to run through?
no, you can run through because I have others that I didn't put here that I may throw out.
The first thing I put down was the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse CMF series, just the whole series. I have favorites from it. The Web Slinger was one of my favorite ones. But honestly, I think across the board, the quality of the figures in that series was just fantastic. And
they were pretty great.
They really crushed it. So that whole series. I did like the new Plo Koon minifigure we got in the Plo Koon Microfighter. I thought that was the best Plo Koon figure we've had. And my favorite faction of Clone Troopers is the Wolf Pack. So it's good to get a good minifigure of their leader. I'm also, and you talked about this in a different way later on, which we'll get to, but the Wicked figures. So they made two Wicked sets with minifigures, one for each movie. And just the fact that we got minifigures for Wicked, I was very happy about, and they all looked great. But the main one I loved and I wanted to mention is the Bowen Yang minifigure from the set from the first movie. I don't know what it is about it, but I look at that figure and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is Bowen Yang. And for me personally, like the two, it's now up there, I think, with the Dustin minifigure from the Upside Down set. That was the one where I was like, that looks just like Gaten Matarazzo. Yeah. And I feel like this one, like me and my wife saw it and we're like, oh my gosh, it is Bowen Yang. Like they just crushed it with the graphic designer on that figure, just nailed it. Just
it is
great job.
It is great when you can just see a figure and know exactly who it is.
Because then you have sets like the new Stranger Things sets coming out where it's like, I wouldn't be able to tell that was Mike Wheeler if you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard with like the medium, and because every figure is the same shape, you know. But that's where the graphic design really comes in clutch. And then real quick, this is why I was connected to the last category. My honorable mention, I just said Animal Crossing figures. I guess Stitches would be the standout, but anytime we get new Animal Crossing figures, I'm going to be happy, even if they're not villagers that I particularly care for. Oh, my wife, Goldie. We got Goldie, which is one of my wife's villagers, so she was happy about that. And then my dishonorable mention, I had to do it again, but the Galactic Marines, and you could throw in the 327th Troopers as well, but just Clone Troopers in general, they're dishonorable because they could have been so great, and they would have topped the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about that already.
Yeah.
So.
The one figure I called out, I mean, I also had the Spider-Man figures. Like I couldn't decide, so I just didn't put them.
Yeah.
But calling out the whole series, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And but for me, it was the Wolf Pack Keeper from Series 27
with the wolf mold.
With the wolf, which was just looks so good.
So
and that
good.
was last January, so
it's been almost a year.
I almost forgot that he came out this year.
Didn't they release that in December? Wasn't that they released the modular.
It was January 1.
They released the modular a month early last year. That's what it was.
So,
yeah.
Which was a great modular.
The two-door corner. Yeah. So
but yeah, so if I had to narrow it down, like that's the one minifigure that I think about this year. I think some of the ones from the vending machine would also be the new factions.
Yeah.
And the vending machine would be high on my list too.
The Kraken Knights.
The Kraken.
Yeah. The Fabuland Bear was pretty great.
I do love that bear mold.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next month, but I was hoping we'd get a bear in the
animals
in the new, but we didn't.
I'm kind of glad we didn't, which is weird because I'm the big bear guy, but it's because we already got it. I like how the new animal set, they're all brand new.
They are.
None of them are reused.
So,
I think that was the way to go.
But I still need to pick up that vending machine just for the figures.
I know, me too. Next category was, you were done, right?
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I talked a while on that one, but for those of you that have listened to our show for any length of time, you know that we're big Star Wars fans. In my opinion, kind of a weak year for Lego Star Wars in some way. Like, there was definitely some good stuff, but nothing that was really like, whoa, to me, like, versus years past. I guess the Death Star was a whoa, but not in like a, oh my God, I need it, but just like a whoa.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I know that a lot of people were happy with one of the sets you put, and I'll let you talk about it, but the UCS Jango Fett Slave one.
Yeah. That was a good one. But I agree. I feel like it was a little lackluster for me with Star Wars this year. Like, the sets that a lot of people liked weren't necessarily the sets that I was like, that were my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think it was.
I like more of the original trilogy, and we didn't have as much.
A lot of prequels and Clone Wars. Yeah,
which is great because people love that. And but there were a few. I did like the Jango Fett Slave one. I think it was just really well executed. Mm-hmm. And you can't say that about all their Star Wars sets this year.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is that if you're looking at just like a list, like if you guys follow the link in the show notes to the list of all the sets from this year, if you go down and just read the set names that came out in Lego Star Wars this year, you're like, oh my gosh, that's an awesome year. It's just that not all of them were executed very well.
Right.
And I think that's part of what's frustrating too, is that it's like, oh my gosh, they finally made another Arc 170, and then it just wasn't great. Or like, oh, they finally made, another like clone turbo tank, like a Juggernaut, and then it just wasn't that great. So like, that's what's frustrating, is that it's like, dang, we're not going to get these sets again for another 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And
it was that they're going more like playable in some ways, but then you get the Death Star.
We're on a tangent now.
Totally. I did have a few that I thought were kind of fun.
Yeah.
One is more of a personal pick, and one I think they really nailed the execution on. Mm-hmm. So the personal pick is Chopper.
Yeah.
Like that we got Chopper as a buildable figure just because I love Rebels.
He's great.
It's great.
And we got to meet the designer.
Yeah, I also, there's the personal connection to it, and the one I have I did buy in Denmark and hauled it all the way back here.
We both, Chris and I both got the ones that were signed by the designer. So.
And so, like, I probably should get another one to actually build.
I know. Do we open that one? I don't know.
I mean, I did open some of my Denmark sets and build them, but then the other one I want to call out is the gingerbread AT-AT.
Yeah, we talked about that on just the last episode.
I just think it was so fun and so different.
Yeah.
And
hey, there's another minifigure highlight. That gingerbread Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That was a great one.
So, so that's kind of where I landed on Star Wars this year.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I just picked kind of one from each of my 3 main Star Wars Lego collections outside of UCS that I've kind of been on the hunt for. I've gotten all of the helmets that have released. I haven't yet caught up fully on this last wave, but the helmets, the MIDI scale, and buildable droids are 3 just kind of Lego Star Wars themes that I like to collect. So I just chose my favorite ones from each of those. So the AT-AT driver helmet,
it was good.
I really, really liked that one. That one was rumored to be releasing like a year or 2 ago, and then they canceled it. And we thought they canceled the helmet line altogether. So the fact that it came out, I was really happy about. And I love the way
and
it
I
looks.
don't get all the helmets, but I did get that one.
Yeah, I also did like the Jango and Kylo ones as well. I saw a mock the other day that someone made, like, brick built like Kylo's hood to put on top of it. It looked incredible. Like, it looked so good. And then for the MIDI scale ships, I chose Kylo Ren's command shuttle. I saw that on display at Downtown Disney a couple weeks ago. Dude, like, it's a MIDI scale, but it's big, the wingspan. And Kylo Ren's command shuttle is just a cool ship, in my opinion. And just like the MIDI scale version of it was awesome. And I personally like when there's more sequel sets, just because I think there's some cool stuff in the sequels. So that was fun for me to see. And I'm excited for the MIDI scales that are coming out in January, but we'll talk about those in next month's podcast.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of new stuff to talk about.
And then for the buildable droid, you mentioned Chopper, so I'm going to mention one that I was actually, when I heard about the rumor of it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But the battle droid on the Stap, I think looks
good.
Awesome. We saw that on display at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that looks sick. I kind of want that set.
Yeah, it's a good one. Did the Droidica come out this year too?
No, that was last year.
Okay.
This year was they had K2SO.
Oh yeah.
And
which was another good one.
That one was good too. Chop. They had Ewok. They had Wicket.
Yeah.
Which isn't a droid, but that was kind of like another buildable character. So yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Neither of us picked the Death Star. I have a feeling we'll see that on a lot of people's top of their year lists.
Maybe.
So
it's a very polarizing set. Me personally, like, I'm never gonna buy it. So, but like, it is pretty impressive to me just for what it is.
It is.
It's pretty.
And
I haven't gotten around to going to the Lego store. I actually want to see it built because
it's pretty amazing built.
Huge. Yeah.
I was surprised they did not have it built at Downtown Disney, but they did have it at our local store.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think it's a very impressive set, but it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where I would put it. I mean, I love the Death Star, but it's gigantic.
Yeah, if there was a way to hang it on a wall, it would have been easier for more people.
Yeah.
But I understand why you can't. I mean, there's no way.
Okay, next category, superheroes, which surprisingly there wasn't. I mean, there were some good.
I mean, let's be honest. Superheroes is mostly just MCU and Batman.
Yeah,
there's
it's true.
Not much else for DC, which
no.
I know that there is no way you are, but James Gunn, if you're listening to this, please make DCU Lego sets.
I really hope
David Cornswet already asked for it, and I'm backing my guy.
I do want.
Please make him into
Superman minifigure. In fact, I'm just going to say I have two superhero picks. One of them is the Superman mech.
You picked a mech?
Only because it was the first new Superman minifigure we've had
in a long time.
In years.
Yeah.
I guess there's also that one that came out
in Europe.
In Europe in the magazine with the little tin.
Yeah.
Which I'm super happy. I did have that one too.
That's funny to me that like we found those in
it was the airport in London.
We found it in a store in the airport at Heathrow, and then we didn't really see them the rest of the trip.
No, I thought we would see them more in Denmark,
but we didn't see any of them. It was right at the end of the lifespan.
Yeah, but we did not. Yeah,
but I remember we were standing there, and you were like, "Should we even get them right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, we should just get them. Might as well," because you're like, "We're gonna find them again," and we didn't.
No,
so I'm really glad we got them.
Yeah, I mean, we did go back to Heathrow, so
but we didn't go through. That was the arrival level.
Yeah, I didn't even really look.
Yeah, anyways.
On the way. Yeah, tangent. And then so. The Superman mech, and then the other one is the Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2, where he's stopping the trolley.
Oh,
I do
Spider-Man
like that
2,
set.
AKA the most overrated superhero movie of all time. Maybe just a movie.
I don't know that I would. I just really like that set.
Yeah, it's a cool
with
set.
The trolley, with the subway car.
Cool set, cool scene.
Yeah,
that is a really good scene.
So
yeah,
and I think they did a good job making the scene and. For someone that likes trains, getting a little subway car.
Yeah, no, it was a great set.
So,
and some listeners just learned one of my most notorious hot takes. Tobey Maguire, worst Spider-Man. My superhero set that I wanted to call out was Arkham Asylum. I'm a big Batman fan.
I knew.
I really like
that one. I saved that one for you.
I still think that like I don't have it, and I'm probably never gonna get it if I'm being honest, but. I'm trying to figure out, like, if you don't have a Lego city, how do you display it because of the angle? Like, because it's, like, in the middle, like, on the corner.
Yeah.
It is an interesting layout they chose. Nevertheless, I think it looks great. I love all the little Easter eggs inside of it. I love all the different villain minifigures we get. Again, big Batman fan. I'm hoping we can get some sets based off of the new Lego Batman game coming out next year.
Well, we're getting a lot of Batmobiles from it.
Yeah. And I'm going to get a few of those for sure. They didn't make the Arkham Batmobile, though, and that's going to be in the game. So I hope that comes out at some point.
Maybe.
That would be... Can you imagine a Lego Arkham set with the Arkham Batman minifigure and the Arkham Batmobile?
There'll be, more waves later in the year, so...
And, hey, speaking back to... If they don't make Lego sets for the DCU Batman when it comes out, dude...
Okay, okay.
Come on.
We're not talking about 26 right now, but my biggest fear is we're going to get Supergirl mini doll sets.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing I was going to say a second ago when we were talking about DCU minifigures with the Supergirl trailer coming out this week. By the way, great trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want minifigures of all of them.
I know. I'm just my fear. I hope it doesn't come to pass, but that's my
They
fear.
can do it as long as they do the Wicked treatment and also make minifigures.
True.
But okay, the next category was a set that you got this year that was one of your favorites, but it didn't necessarily have to be one that was released in 2025.
Yes.
So this is more of a personal 2025.
Yeah, this is kind of like what, because we
'cause
can't always
that's-
get them right when they come out.
Yeah, and just to mention, that's kind of the end of our list. Excuse me. Kind of the end of our list of categories. So now it's kind of more like our personal year in review
Yeah.
in Lego.
So I'll go first on this one. I loved getting the upscale pirate minifig set from that we
from the
picked
Lego
up
house.
in Denmark.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it was I've always loved that set, like seeing it like online and posted.
But this is where the part where he says, "But now whenever I see it, I think back to our trip."
I do, and but I do love that form factor, and since have now collected all of the upscale
You're welcome.
minifigures. Yeah, you helped me finish my collection. But I think it's super fun to do the upscale minifigures.
I think that one's my favorite out of all of them.
Oh,
that
yeah.
they've done.
Yeah,
And to get
for sure.
to get it at the Lego house. And
yeah.
it says the printed tile says Lego house on it.
Yeah,
which is
to me
great.
it was the whole experience, and it really. I had gotten this. Will sound weird, being that I own a Lego store and
true.
we have a Lego podcast, but I had kind of gotten away from a lot of building, and it was more collecting. And so after going to the Lego house, and I got more into building this fall.
Yeah.
Which it was like, oh yeah, I do love this part of the hobby.
I wish I could keep building. I just don't know where to put it all.
Yeah, well, that and time, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of reasons I wish I could build more, but
Yeah.
that was part of it too.
Yeah.
I just really that's my number one set of the year.
Yeah, that one would have been definitely one or two for me as well. But for me, I've talked about it before, but the Lego Batman, the animated series, Gotham City, it's up there on the top of the bookshelf right now. But my brother moved down to San Diego earlier this year, and soon after he got here, I got that set, and we built it together, and we kind of went bag for bag, and in the instruction manual, each bag has a different episode of the animated series, which my brother and I grew up watching together. And so it was super fun to just put the show on in the background, relive some of our favorite episodes, build the set. The set looks amazing. I love the minifigures. I love having it up there. And so that's just always going to be great to kind of look back on as like, oh, I got to build that with my brother, and now I have that. And that's one of my favorite sets ever, probably, actually. So that was definitely
that's
up there
great.
for me.
I love when there's more to it than just the set.
Yeah.
So another topic here to cover as we talk about 2025 were any big surprises we had.
Yeah. I put a little snarky comment on here. I said, I wish I could say that I was surprised about the lack of quality on Clone Troopers. I was surprised they made a Twilight set.
Yeah.
I was surprised that out of all the different Lego idea sets that they've chosen, that they actually greenlit a Twilight set.
Yeah.
Lego doesn't have a very long history of IPs that have a lot of adult themes. And I know that Twilight is marketed for young adults, which that's a whole nother conversation in of itself. Go see episode 1 of season 4 of Parks and Recreation. Was that what it was? The time capsule episode?
Yes.
But no, I mean, I was surprised personally. That's one of the more mature things that they've chosen to make a Lego set for. Not to say that there haven't been other ones, but that surprised me.
Yeah. Well, considering, like you said, all of the ideas, sets based on movies, cartoons,
How
TV
many times have
shows.
people submitted Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Nope.
And
the Netflix show came out, like that'd be the perfect time.
And they got the deal with Netflix. They did the One Piece stuff.
I know.
I don't know.
Stranger Things is back. I will say this though: season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix is coming out next year. I really, really hope that they finally do an Appa.
We'll
set
see.
with all the figures, but based off of the animated show. That's the key.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah, maybe not.
But I am going to say my biggest surprise. Well, one of my biggest surprises was that we actually got minifigures on some of these properties that have been traditional mini dolls.
Yep.
We saw it in some of the Disney sets. We saw it in the Wicked sets.
Yeah. Bluey.
Not all of them. Bluey.
I guess Bluey wasn't mini dolls first, but
no.
we thought it might be mini dolls. Yeah.
But the fact that they actually did minifigures for some of these IPs, it just gave me hope that in the future
that they're listening,
that they will do more.
Well, and that was actually one of the minifigures I was going to put on my list was the Belle minifigure from the Beauty and the Beast castle.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great minifigure.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was a minifigure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so, I mean, that was... it gives me hope for the future.
Yeah.
I know there are those people that love the mini dolls. I'm just not one of them.
Well, and one of the surprises is what is actually also in your biggest disappointments, which was the F1 CMF series.
Yeah. That was... I love F1. I'm an F1 fan. I get up early in the mornings to watch it. Have my little text groups that we talk about it and send the memes back and forth.
Just kidding, you're not Verstappen.
But it was just like to burn one of our minifig series that we get with, if they had actually had the minifigures of the drivers, would have been one thing. And I know the rights that go into that, and not everyone would have agreed to it.
How many different ads do they have on their Jeez, yeah.
But they did do the cars. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they don't have all the sponsors.
No, they didn't.
On the people. This is honestly my opinion on it is I didn't really have much of a problem with what they were, because honestly the builds were kind of cool. It was more of what you said, which was the fact that they called it a CMF series and robbed us of an actual proper CMF series.
Yeah, and that's more of what it was. And
like if they would have done that, like kind of like the Lego City stunts, you know what I mean? Would have like the little $5 sets with a minifigure and a little bike in it. If they would have done that, totally.
And
fine.
it was on top of the Speed Champions, and then City sets.
They kind of oversaturated the F1 market. Like those sets sat at the store for quite a while.
The Speed Champion ones, some of them sold really fast.
Yeah,
and some of them didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alpine and Haas.
Yeah, sorry those guys.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I know you don't.
Yeah, no.
We'll get you.
I mean, I've been watching a little bit with Sterling. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy watching it. I'm just
We'll get you sucked in.
The movie was great.
So we'll go to Vegas for the race, and we'll get you.
That's actually that's kind of cool.
But yeah, I love the CMFs, and so having one dedicated to something that wasn't minifigures was just disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I kind of already have alluded to it, and I'm not going to go in detail, but again, biggest disappointment, Clone Trooper minifig quality. Like, the fact that they chose some of the best Legions, and then they were just not as good as they could have been. Definitely disappointing, especially the Galactic Marines. For me, though, it was... and I'm not one of the ones that complains a ton about, like, the amount of expensive sets. I have mentioned, and those of you that have listened to the podcast in the past, you might be saying like, what? I have complained about sets being expensive. Don't get me wrong. If the set price isn't justified by what the set is, then yeah, I'll be frustrated about it. But the presence of expensive sets doesn't really bother me for the most part. But this year, it was more of the fact that I felt like the best quality sets were the expensive ones. I feel like overall throughout multiple themes, whether it was Harry Potter or Star Wars or Marvel or whatever, that the play scale smaller sets just weren't that great this year. Like the quality just wasn't there. or at least maybe this is a personal appeal. Like a lot of the Harry Potter ones, like all the Diagon Alley shops, like I have the big Diagon Alley, so I just have no desire to get the smaller ones. And that's a personal thing. I understand that, because some of those sets were actually pretty good, and they introduced new wand molds and things like that. But I don't know, like I just went through and got rid of a bunch of my old Playscale Harry Potter sets, and I'm like, dang, these are great sets. And I just feel like, and even some of my old Playscale Star Wars sets, I'm like, dang, like these are some great sets. And I just felt like this year, any set, like if you just look at sets that were like $100 and less, I just felt like the quality overall wasn't there this year. But there were still some awesome sets, but they were just like, you got to spend $250 plus to get them. And again, I have no problem with expensive Lego sets if they're worth it, and a lot of them were this year, I think. But it just feels like they've put much more attention and care into those expensive sets and kind of overlooked some of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take, but that's kind of what I felt.
I mean, I think there's been a lot of talk in the Lego community about the cost of sets this year. Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of it, was because the sets everyone wanted were the $300, $500, $1,000.
Right. And it's like, okay, if the Shire is $280 and it's epic, awesome.
Yeah.
If Barradur costs $470 and it's worth it, awesome. Like I don't have a problem with expensive Lego sets.
But
you got to make this.
But it wasn't balanced.
But you got to make the less expensive ones really good quality. Otherwise, you're pricing people out of the hobby, and your small sets are just going to sit there on the shelf.
Yeah. No, I agree. We shouldn't have put this one last, because now we ended on a
biggest disappointment.
On a negative.
I know.
But I mean, overall, I think there was some great stuff in 2025.
Let's spin it then real quick. There was some great, really big sets that were awesome and awe-inspiring. We got the Enterprise, we got the Black Pearl, we got the Shire, the Death Star for what it was, right? Like, as controversial as it may be, like, the Slave One. Like, there was still some really great, really big sets, and I'm excited to see that continue, hopefully.
So, put you on the spot. We've talked about a lot of favorites now. Mm-hmm. If you had to pick one top favorite
set from the whole year?
2025, any category? Maybe it's one we talked about. Maybe it's one we didn't.
Yeah. Last year was a slam dunk Deku Tree for me. That's a tough question. I guess it's weird because I didn't really get a ton of sets this year, actually. I was spending my money on other hobbies this year.
Yes.
But I guess the one that stayed out to me, either the Shire or the Black Pearl.
Okay.
I don't know. I just really like that Black Pearl, and I really hope I can get it someday.
Well, and you're a Pirates fan.
I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan, but I'm not like a huge one.
No,
but it's also one of those iconic franchises that like I would love just one big set from it, and if I was gonna, that'd be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the original, so it's not like, yeah. I think
you're gonna say the Game Boy.
I am. I'm going to go with the Game Boy.
Do it.
It was a set I thought would be super fun if they would ever build it, and they finally did. And it was my favorite.
I forgot earlier. Remember, I said that you forgot a set from the Icons.
I think
Soundwave.
Soundwave.
What happened?
I do really like Soundwave, but if I was putting him up with my favorites, I don't know.
I mean, I put like 17 different minifigures in my minifigure category. You could put 2 in the Icons category.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and one of my icons ended up not even being an icon.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, Soundwave was definitely there.
Yeah.
In the running.
But for you, it was the Game Boy.
It was the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And I think for me, what threw Soundwave off was he was so, and I mean, it's Transformers to be able to transform in Lego, but he was so out of scale from the toy.
Come on, Lego.
I know.
Attention to detail.
But I did love the Soundwave and the sound brick in it. Yeah. That's my first set with the sound brick, and they did a really good job with the sound. I should have put Soundwave on here. He's a great set.
Oh, I guess technically we established this came out in December, but I really did like the 2-door corner. We haven't really mentioned that much, so
no.
I want to make sure that gets mentioned because
It was a really good set.
Was epic.
Yep. No, I agree. All right. Well,
and as I'm scrolling through my wish lists, I do think I'm gonna keep with the Black Pearl. So
okay. Good.
I'm happy with
It's
that.
an awesome one.
Yeah.
And it is holiday season, so in the store, we just have a lot of Christmas stuff going on. Every weekend, new promos, and we've got tons of really rare, interesting sets. We've got Toy Story, Lord of the Rings. We still have a UCS Slave 1, the original, so if you didn't like the Django one, you can pick that up.
You can get the Bobo one.
The TIE Fighter. We've just got a lot of fun sets in right now. So
yeah,
highly recommend if people have some Christmas shopping they still need to do.
Dude, this is really random, but I was in there the other day and I saw the Imperial assault carrier from Rebels, which is like the ship that carries the TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that ship. Just as for what it is, it's just a cool concept. It's like ship that carries TIE fighters. They only showed up in Rebels for some reason.
No.
But I saw
it's a really good one.
That's at the store right now.
Yeah, it is.
That's a cool set.
Still there. And used the original Death Star playset. So if you don't want the new one,
if you don't want
we've got the original if you really want a round one. So lots of fun stuff happening. And stuff is coming and going so quickly, I don't want to mention too many things because it may be gone, but you can see a lot of our inventory up at Bricks and Minifigs SanDiegoNorth.com.
Yep.
And order online there. Plus, we're continuing to do Whatnot every Monday night. So there's probably one more show you'll be able to catch before Christmas. So recommend that's another great way to connect with us and shop with us online. So it's been super fun. The Whatnot streams have been crazy.
Yeah.
The last few weeks. So I really enjoy that kind of community. But I totally lose my voice after 2.5 hours.
Which is weird because you talk a lot. So I don't know why that's the thing.
I don't talk that much.
I mean, you're a talker.
Am I?
Yeah, we both are. But I mean, wait, did you just ask me if you were a talker?
Yeah.
Unironically?
I don't feel like I talk that much.
Okay, we'll talk off air. But it sounds like I gotta hit Chris with the hard truth bomb here. But yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. You talk a little louder, maybe trying to project. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
I don't
know. Anyhow, thank you for joining us, and Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And we will see you all in the new year. So say goodbye, Evan.
Bye, Chris.